Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the most famous YouTuber in the world that no one has ever heard of. Good morning, everybody. We're going to start on this car today. Take a compression reading. First, I want to drain the coolant out of it. Little tip, if it doesn't come out, it's probably clogged. So take a little wire. Get the rust out of the way. There we go. So we're going to let that go. We're going to drain it out. I'm going to write the owner, let him know he needs new coolant because that stuff is shot. If I'm reading this thing right, it says plus 10. Freeze protection to above 0. What? Oh, maybe I need a new tool. If there's 0, there's -7, -20. So we wanted that thing to go up. It didn't. Okay, I've had to switch to the GoPro. Audio's not going to be as good as it could be. So the reason this car came in to begin with, one, he wanted better headlights. We've done that. Okay, the second was this spark plug. This spark plug here was gathering water around it. Now, I'm no expert on water, but I can tell you we've got an issue with 2 spark plugs now, not just one. And that water is no longer water. It is now pumping oil. Now it looks like both. Yep. Number 3 and number 4 spark plugs are pumping oil out. So I think the next thing I need to do is take a compression reading. Put the head swap idea on hold for a minute and see if we can figure out what's really going on. This is an engine I did 15 years ago, I think. I labeled everything. I did this 15 years ago for him, and he's driven the daylights out of it. So I don't know. It does smoke a little bit when it runs. Clearly it should, with oil coming up out of there. So let's see what's going to happen here. I'm not sure. I told him about it. Look, we get cobwebs. And his response was, "Is the head going to fix it?" I'm like, we'll see. So I think I need to take a compression test, and I'll bring you along for that. Hang on. Okay, this is the only way I could figure to get the audio and the close-ups at the same time, so hopefully it works out. We're going to take off the nuts on these plugs, maybe. We're going to loosen them all. That one's already loose. Okay. But it's not looking good with this engine. I don't know what he's going to want to do. He asked about re-ringing it because it's smoked since day one. I don't remember. I got Hastings or Grants. There's 2 types of rings, and one of them sucks and the other one didn't. And somehow I ended up with the one that sucked for this engine. That one wasn't loose. Nope, that one wasn't loose either. Holy cow. We need the cheater bar. Uh-oh. Oh, thank you. I don't know who put that one in, but even with the anti-seize I put on it. Okay. Okay, holy cow. Can you see that? Take a look at that. That is disgusting. So that's number 4. Let's see what number 3 looks like. Really? Still sticky? Whoa, that's bad. That is bad. I'm surprised this thing ran. Not good. They're all nasty. One more. Oh, they're all disgusting. Every one of these is disgusting. See how bad we get wet? Fire in the hole. Which is about 60 pounds. It's not bad. I'd like to get a better angle on that. Get just a little better angle on this so I can see. Maybe I can see better from there. Yep. Could you see it? We're up. Let's take a look. We're at 60. That must be 75. So we're at 60 pounds there. So that's good. Okay, so let's write that down while we're. Grief. How did it end up over here? Okay, cylinder number 2. $75. Let's go on to the greasy goopy one. About 60. I'm going to call it 60 because it's about the same as number 1. That ain't good. Well, I guess I got to take some pictures. A very unpleasant phone call with the owner. This 25 is not even remotely close to what we need. It's either got a bad valve or bad rings. Honestly, I'm surprised it ran at all the way it is. Okay. 60 pounds in number one, 75 in number two. Odd. Not sure why yet. Maybe some carbon on the piston. 60 in number three, 25 psi in number four. Here are the spark plugs. Okay, we have number one. It's disgusting. I have no idea why it even ran. Then we have spark plug number two. You see the anti-seize I had on it. That is also equally disgusting. Don't know why it ran, but that had 75 pounds of pressure in it. That's pretty good. Here is number three. This is the problem cylinder that brought the car in originally. Now you see on this one, and you see a little bit on number four, see the anti-seize? That silver was working its way. Well, I'm not sure what it was doing, but there was silver in the valley around the plug, and there was water filling up in this. So we thought that we had a crack in, like, the edge of one of these. This one is now pumping oil like Jag Clampett, $1 million at a time. So that problem has changed. This one is number four. This one was not firing. I can't see how it would be. The plug is absolutely coked up. Absolutely horrifically coked up. And I don't even see a gap. On top of that, it only had 25 pounds of pressure. So we have 60, 75, 60, and 25. So we've got a bad engine. Now, like I just said, I want to point this on this head. We thought, because of the silver and the water, there was water pooling up, and it was number three, but it was pooling up in this hole here around the spark plug. So you could reach in there and splash the puddle. That's what it was doing 2 years ago. It hasn't been back for 2 years. And now, this was completely full of oil around the plug. Now, I'm hoping that came out on camera on the other head, but in case it didn't, that's what it was doing. It was filling this up full of oil, just blowing right past that plug. I don't know if I got company here or not. So I've written the customer. I don't know if he works. I don't know if he's retired. Like I said, I did this car 15 years ago for him. 15, 16, I don't know. It's been a while. So I'm waiting for him to get back with the marching orders. We did get the headlights fixed. We got the radiator drained. So that wasn't doing anything anymore. My meter says it's no longer antifreeze. It's just icky water. So I think what we're going to do is leave it at that. And then when he gives me some orders, I'll turn the camera back on. Shouldn't be long. Either going to be buttoning this up and he's going to take it home, or we're going to take it completely apart. So if you'd like to see that, stick around. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, all that good stuff. The radiator's going to come off. I'll probably have to take the headlights off again. All this stuff is going to have to come out. We're going to pull the engine and rebuild it. So it'll be a completely rebuilt engine. Or he's just going to take it home and say it's good enough the way it is. Because it did drive. I mean, I drove it 2 days ago. I mean, it did drive. I'm really surprised I didn't notice the dead cylinder. So maybe 25 pounds is exactly the right amount, the minimum amount you need to fire off gasoline. I don't know. I know it's low and it doesn't match the other three. So probably have a stuck valve, burned valve, or a broken ring. Any way you slice it, it ain't good. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.